Alright guys, we're back at it again, episode 2 here, working on this game. So a couple of the problems we need to pick up with where we left off is the doors. You can walk through them without having to buy them. They're just like not invisible, but like you can just walk straight through them, like permeation. Um, so we also need to fix the mystery boxes. We need to make them a bit longer because our jingle lasts about twice as long as it does the randomizer. We need to fix the particles coming off the mystery box because they don't disappear when the box isn't there. So I'm going to fix those little things first and we'll go from there. Alright, so I reckon it's done now and it's fixed it. So we'll jump in here. F5 to run it. We'll see how we go. So a mystery box seems to work. There's only one in the map, which is pretty good. The doors are all solid. We like that. Look at that. Hey, yippee! So I'll get some more points and we'll run the mystery box and see what happens. So that looked alright. I'm pretty good. We just need to fix the fact that it puts it over the top of our hotbar, I think. And then, yeah, I reckon we'll go from there. So, worked fine to me. I'm going to get out of this. And then I'll think of something to say and see where we want to go from there, hey? So that's quite a difficult task, I'm going to say. Actually having different types of stuff. The first one that I said, make the mystery box and blah, 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 with all the weapons being the same stuff, should be fine. But we'll see how the zombies goes. I expect this to take 5 to 10 minutes, not that long, and then I'll get back to you when it's done. Unfortunately, we hit the prompt limit with our one prompt. Must have done a pretty good job, so we'll crack into it and see how far it got, eh? I think it ran out of credit because it kept trying to test it itself and kept running into a bunch of errors. Okay, so we got our first fire zombie. Oh my god, it actually spits stuff at us. Oh my god, is it heat seeking? Oh no. Nice. Did I just juke it? Oh, the white zombie. Oh my god, it's pushing the other one. Oh, okay. So, oh my god, that's quick. One of the problems I've noticed is that I've set a spawn inside the house, so the zombies unfortunately spawn in there even when we haven't opened it. So I want to see if it actually just gets rid of whatever I'm holding out, or a random one. Dude, chill. Okay, I'm holding out the disintegrate spell. Let's see if it gets rid of this one or a random one. Okay. So it's actually done a really good job. I'm really happy with that. I'm just going to get rid of the spawns, like I said, in here. So this little guy can come out to here. So I just needed to fix the stairs up a bit because some of the zombies were getting stuck on it. So redid it all, turned it smooth, and the zombies got there fine now. So enjoy the little 20-second montage of me building it. So at this point, I've redone the hotbar UI to have our spells there. I have asked ChatGPT to generate me images all in the same format, so we have a same style that doesn't go across different, it looks the same, looks nice. I've also fixed the zombies coming out of the ground. They don't fall over anymore. They have the same speed. I fixed the wave system, so the zombies come at very proper and typical amounts per wave rather than what it was before. I made a formula for it, so it's about base is 15, then it's like plus 0.4 multiplier for every player in the lobby, plus a bunch of other stuff, plus 0.6 depending on the level. So it goes up a little bit. So for example, it'll be 15, then it'll be 21, and it'll go up from there. The health doesn't scale crazy like before. We couldn't even kill stuff on like wave 10. All their health has been nerfed again. I've done quite a bit of that sort of stuff. So I also got ChatGPT to give me 20 new spell ideas and then generate me all the images for that. I then got all the sounds. I spent about an hour trying to find sounds for all of them. They're not perfect. And so I've added all of them in, fixed them up a little bit because they're all kind of, bad. You ask Fable to put a spell and it comes out as a block, throwing a block on a wall. So fix those up a little bit. Using ChatGPT to generate spells and images is really helpful. It saves you a lot of time having to pay for a GFX and that sort of stuff, especially if you're a beginner. Don't get me wrong, if you're a professional game developer, you don't need to be using ChatGPT to generate images. I wish this sort of stuff was around when I was really young and could make games this easily. So this is for beginners and people who aren't, the CEO of a game development company. This is for beginners that want to just get their game out there. They have an idea. They need to be able to execute it with as little information as possible. So that's what I'm making this tutorial for. So that's what I've done. I've added a star system into the game. So starting at round 5, enemies will have 1 star. They have a chance to be 1 star. At round 10, 2. At round 15, 3 star, all the way up to 5 starred. And 5 starred is similar to the Valheim system, where the larger the enemy, the bigger the enemy will be, and they'll be slower to give it that lunky feeling. So that's what I've added up to now. I've also added, as you can see, when I use an ability, the cooldown comes vertically and blacks it out. I had to do that, actually. I couldn't tell Fable to do it because it's really hard to speak that. So I actually got ChatGPT to generate me a mock-up image of what I wanted, which even then took me a few times because it kept trying to put the bar horizontally. So I got ChatGPT to generate me that image that would show me what I wanted and then put that into Fable, and it was able to make it perfectly first time. So that's where we're up to now. So I'll do some more stuff, fix some sounds up, maybe I need to add some barricades around the top of this because people can jump on the roof as of now. So I'll fix that sort of stuff up and then I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Hey, what is up guys? So I'm back another day, let my usage reset on my Claude. So what I've been up to is I've been making 20 new spells and sort of configuring them, adding some sounds in. They're not all completely done, but I'm going to test it and show where I'm up to with it. I had ChatGPT give me a nice design and layout for a lot of the spells, and then had Claude implement them because obviously it's stronger at programming. So this is what we've done, right? So I'm still locked in third person, but I've made a book so I can choose which spells that I want. So you guys have seen all of these, I think. If not, I'm going to show you what they are. So I'm going to run through and test all of them for you, so you can see them. So here's our Meteor. Nice little spell. Yep, Chain Lightning. Pretty cool. Some of the coolest ones. So, for example, with the Spear one here, it's the only one that I've actually sort of worked on. I made a spear and asked it to program it so it comes down from the heavens. So this is what it looks like. Looks really, really cool, and that fades away. So I'm going to try and do it with the other ones. With the wall here, I've added all the sound effects in, so really, really cool. And then a nice little rain cloud. Could probably do some better audio on that one, but it's kind of cool. The spear is so cool, I love it. So what else we have? So we have the Shadow Step, we have Life Drain. This one can use some work. Magic Barrage. The Void Bolt's kind of cool, so I'll try that one. So this one, shoot it. Nice. Gonna make the explosion a bit bigger. This one is sort of like a heat seeking, so I can even face it this way and it'll heat seek, and it's pretty cool. This is a Shadow Step, so press it, invincible. Really, really cool. What else we have? We have our Lava Pit, we have our Earthquake, our Explosive Rune. So we'll try the Lava Pit. Nice little lava sound, damages them all as they walk over. Into our Earthquake. That's a cool spell. And then probably one of my favorite ones is the Magic Rune, so I can put it out here. And as they walk over it, it just explodes. So cool. So I'll kill these guys off, and we'll see what the other ones are. So we've got the Life Drain. It could use some work, to be honest. Then we have the Wind Slash. We have some healing magic too. Poison Cloud. It's gonna be really fun changing some of these up. So Wind Slash. Kind of cool. This soul drain, it's not really that good. Obviously I'll make some models for them, especially some of the ones with actual blocks required, much like the Thunder Spear. The Poison Cloud, kind of cool. I might make like a lingering poison effect for them. Okay, what else do we have that you guys haven't seen? Most of these you've seen. This one, I'll try the Solar Flare. Solar Flare, the audio is a bit weird on it. Yeah, so I made the spell was made and it activates in like 1 second, but the audio is like 5 seconds long, so that could use some work. Little Frost Nova sort of thing, and then a Chain Frost, so that's about the extent of the spells. I think that's all of them. Maybe you haven't seen a healing one. Mirror Shield. The Mirror Shield's kind of useless. It just reflects damage, but you still take damage, so it's kind of dumb. If I run it with the healing spell. The healing spell, obviously, it's a bunch of floating blocks right now. I can fix that up later. So, that's what I've done so far. It's really cool. Honestly, it's so fun. So, that's where I'm up to now. I think the next thing that I'm going to do is, yeah, work on those spells, create models for the ones that need models. So, like the spear, I wanted to make a spear because it was just like a cube or a rectangle going into them. I didn't like that, and yeah, I could do a lot better. So I might get back to you once I've fixed up some of the spells. And when I say I'm fixing up the spells, I'm just thinking of things that could make it better. For example, so say I had a spell that was like a I don't know, a lightning bolt, for example. The AI might just put like a block and make it yellow. Whereas if I wanted to make it my way, I would make a lightning bolt out of like the parts and then tell it that I want it to come from like the sky on an angle and do damage. So it's just about giving it what you want it to be, having lots of creative freedom, and then letting these AIs do the work for you. I had a comment one of the other videos about vibe coding and how it might be easier. This tutorial is for beginners who have almost no experience in using AI and helping them make games with that. I will make an advanced guide into doing it and how you can make these prompts and make the AI work for you a lot better, because obviously these AIs, they want direct instructions. So when I'm speaking to it, like I'm speaking to a human that's using a lot more usage, it's using a lot more data, and especially when you send images as well, if you were to do it properly, you would say, do this, do this, do this, with no ums and ahs, no speaking to it. So just keep that in mind if you want to go to the next level, that this speaking games into existence sort of very low level programming is just the start of what you can do. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to keep you guys updated on where I go from here. This was a showcase of where I'm up to. I hope you enjoyed episode 2. I'll be sure to make episode 3 as soon as I can. Like, these videos, they do take some time, believe it or not. Like, I know it's a lot easier than making a game normally, but they still take quite a lot of time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.